Maryland with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Last year, COVID presented a lot of challenges. The Raptors, for one, played the whole season in Tampa. Their star, Fred VanVleet, said the NBA is a balance of the love and...
I know, David, it's a pleasure working with you. Thanks for that one. We got a lot of talent in the front court, Doris, tonight between these two teams. That's where a lot of the focus is going to be.
Boy, we are going to see a ton of offense in the low post. Check out the painted area. What are the stats inside? The interior defense is going to have to be strong tonight.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Ricky Rubio, Miles Turner out there with Paul George. Then it's Lance Stevenson, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for the Wizards, Beal and Avdia sharing wing duty. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Porzingis, and it's Wall in at the 1. Now, here's Wall. Now Beal. Shoots over Rubio, and that one hits back iron. To the middle. Here's George. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
Yeah, there are times where you've got to get to that mid-range jump shot, and Paul George has got it to perfection.
Outside, Wall. It's Beal on the wing. Porzingis inside. He's against her. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Well, this is what you want to see. It's 7-3. Kristaps Porzingis finished through contact.
Rubio the pass to Stevenson. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Leonard kicks to Rubio. Call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
That's his first personal.
Boy, what terrific body control by Rubio, paying dividends.
Now a veteran in his 30s, Ricky Rubio, Doris, taking on more of a leadership role.
Right, and I think he's a natural fit in that role because this guy won't hesitate to call out teammates, and he also holds himself to a very high standard. Sort of a natural progression for a guy who's played point guard his whole life. Has made a career out of trying to make the guys around him better. This guy's so unselfish.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington. It's a three-point game. A pass to Porzingis. The shot missing.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
The Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Beal. He's off on that one. Good D by Stevenson. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. George against Beal. Rubio looking around. Porzingis with the block.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
Here's George. And a little luck that time, but it drops. George has got his second bucket.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Rubio the pass to Stevenson. Shoots. Wall grabs the board. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Stevenson against Beal. Shot clock at 6. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, that is just tremendous concentration from Bradley Beal. Defense all over him, no problem.
Wall against Rubio. Outside Leonard. Yes, that goes in.
Well, with a 7'3" wingspan, Kawhi Leonard can beat even good defense with that reach.
Outside Beal. Ball against Rubio. Outside Wall. Over Turner. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
But just stellar concentration from the veteran John Wall, shooting under pressure, no problem.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And great to see Wall beat a couple major injuries. Had to attack rehab twice. Doesn't always get enough credit for his dedication to the game.
And a group getting ready to come in for Washington. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Porzingis. Thomas Bryant comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Hachimura, he's checked in for Avdia. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Bradley Beal. Now, here's George. Outside Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, Paul George is such a solid all-around player. This guy can score at an elite level, and he passes it well, too.
And for Wall, Greg has his rhythm changed at all now that he's into his 30s.
And he's so much stronger now. Just as liable to go through you than around you. Better at varying the tempo and controlling the pace of the game. And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Tipped away. Wall with the steal. .31 left to play in the first quarter. And here is Hachimura. Gafford inside. The shot from the low post is good.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Here's Duarte. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's George. Leonard trying to break free. And the Pacers tack on 2 more. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Leonard against Wall. And the pass to Hachimura. Duarte grabs the board.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
Healed against Bryant. Healed, can't hit. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Caldwell-Pope passes to Wall. There's 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The layup off target. Here's Duarte. Entered on the wing. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Pacers. They're up by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. The hunger to improve defines all competitors. And Ricky Rubio expressing that sentiment.
We want more. We don't accept good, we want great or greatest. We're just trying to be better every day. It's never too high, never too low, but we know what we can be and we want to get better.
Brady feels this team has plenty of untapped potential.
And I don't doubt it. And can Rubio improve? It's certainly very steady throughout his career, but is there another level he can get to?
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Indiana, Smith is out there with Turner. Then there's Buddy Hield. Then there's Warren. And it's Duarte in at the point.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Shoots from the elbow. That one falls. Beal's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's just a great move by Beal. Little shake, little bake right there.
Here's Duarte. He's covered by Beal. Here's Warren. And he drops it in from the low post.
Assist from.
And the Pacers lead by 4.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. One of the many changes in how the game is played, pace. It seems, Doris, like everyone is playing a very fast pace. How do you like that style of basketball?
Well, it is the preferred way for me to play the game and to watch the game. It gives us an opportunity to see the best athletes and the most skilled basketball players get out and flourish. The other thing is, it has been proven that the first 8 seconds of the shot clock are often your most successful shots.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Zingas is checked in for Daniel Gafford. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Thomas Bryant. Abdias checked in for Hachimura. And John Wall subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Very hard to distract Bradley Beal on the way up. Just tremendous concentration through contact.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Kept alive. Here's George. Stevenson trying to free himself up. And that one's good. George has got the lead up to 6 now for Indiana. Outside Beal. Outside Wall. From 18 feet away. It's hauled in by George. Pacers leading by 6. And Doris, we know that Paul George has always been a solid passer, but his assist numbers have been trending up.
Yeah, he's been willing of late to take on more playmaking responsibilities. The skill set was there. It's just early in his career, they needed him to be the lead scorer. Now you're talking about a guy you've got to game plan against as a scorer and as a passer.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
So it's Washington now. Outside Wall. Back to Beal. On the top of the key. The Wizards with another miss.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Wizards trail by 6. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Porzingis has got 5.
But he's got the green light. Porzingis understands, be ready on the
Rubio finds Leonard. Over Porzingis. A putback. Rebounded by the Wizards. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Guys, how about that body control from Porzingis? You think it's easy at 7'3" to gut your way through that kind of contact? That's nice.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Pacers?
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
They've also made their mark in the paint. A lot of their scoring coming down low so far.
For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Wall against Rubio. George. Avdia with the rebound.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 2 minutes.
That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take lead. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Pacers. And it's George missing.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Wall looking for an opening. Avdia with it. Leonard's there. 4 on the shot clock. A terrific shot on a turnaround. And the Wizards lead by 2. Indiana's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
Onto the court. Makes the noise. For your Wizards answer.
Checked in for Porzingis. Daniel Gafford comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Hachimura is checked in for Avdia. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Beal. Now here's Leonard. He's got 6. Good work defensively by Hachimura. To the left side wing. Pass to Bryant. Caldwell Pope against Leonard. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Indiana trailing here. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the half. Outside Leonard shoots over Hachimura. That's short off the rim. Here's Washington. They've got an 8-0 run. Pass to Wall. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Wall. Over Warren. A nice shot by Wall. And it's a 4-point Wizards lead.
Well, the mid-range is part of John Wall's game. Very comfortable in that area.
Leonard with the ball. Doesn't get the finger roll. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Washington out in front, ending the second quarter on a 14-6 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. They stayed within arm's reach in that opening period, 5 points, their largest deficit. They had a very good second quarter, currently holding a 4-point advantage at halftime. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Well, I like what I'm seeing on the offensive end. They're keeping things simple, getting to their spots and executing. Nothing fancy, kind of like Shaq Fu.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Defense has been the issue. They were reaching for the ball, not moving their feet, not getting back in transition. Fundamentals, if they don't tighten those up, I can see this game getting away from them.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Beal and Avdia sharing wing duty. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Porzingis, and it's Wall in at point. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now here's Leonard. Here's Duarte. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Duarte's got 6.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has improved his passing ability on time and on target. Yes, sir.
Passes it to Beal. Lets it go from deep. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Wall with the steal. There's the pass to Porzingis. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Pacers.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Indiana.
Pacers substitution. Ricky Rubio.
Pacers trail by 4. On the wing, Stevenson. He's covered by Beal. Stevenson can't hit. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Porzingis can't hit.
And Kevin, when we talk about new age bigs in the NBA, one of the first I think of is Miles Turner. Here's the guy who has led the league in blocks, but can also stretch the floor.
Here's Beal following the basket by Lance Stevenson to the inside. Porzingis can't hit. Wall against Stevenson. Outside Leonard for the lead. The shot, no good. Kuzma with the defensive effort. In 2018-19, not only did Turner lead the NBA in swats, he also shot almost 40% break on his threes.
And you go back just like 10 years ago, you never think we'd see players with the skill set of Turner. But this is how the game has evolved. And guys like Turner are just so valuable for teams to have.
Now here's Turner. No points in the game yet for him.
Well, that's the great three-point stroke of Miles Turner, and has that feathery touch from deep, and his size really hard to guard.
Kuzma against George. Back to Beal.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
That's his first personal foul.
And when it comes to pure scoring output,
At the
few
line
guys
for the
do it
Wizards,
better than Bradley Beal.
Yeah, Bradley Beal has rounded out his offensive game. Tight handle, sweet shooter, ability to put it on the deck. His offensive focus has been unmatched. This guy is constantly probing and attacking holes in defenses.
First free throw is good. When talking about Bradley Beal, Greg, we're not just talking about one of the league's elite shooters. We're talking about one of the league's elite scorers.
And if you don't hear Beal mentioned in the same breath as some other NBA superstars, you should. He's capable of putting up a 50-piece on any given night. This is no specialist. This is an absolute superstar.
And both free throws good for Beal.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Rubio outside. Outside Leonard. Back to Smith. The dish to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. It's Rubio, top of the key. Over Wall. That one's not going to go. And it's Washington the other way. Kuzma kicks to Wall. Pass to Porzingis. Over Smith. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got 10 points.
When he needs to get into that mid-range bag, Kristaps Porzingis feels super comfortable.
Outside Leonard. Fires the three. Porzingis with the rebound. Wizards leading by 3. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Ryan is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. George passes to Smith. And here's George. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now here's Beal. 13 points in the game. Porzingis kicks to Beal. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
Now here's Stevenson. A minute 50 left in the third quarter.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. A pass to Porzingis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. George against Bryant. Pass to Rubio. Back to George. No one near him. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And now a 4-point Indiana lead. Washington calls timeout.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
Washington making some changes. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Porzingis. Hachimura comes in for Avdia. And Kispert subbed in for John Wall. Indiana also making some changes. Heald's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Ricky Rubio. Now, here's Kispert. .55 seconds left to play in the third. Just 5 to shoot. And nothing is falling for him right now. Here's George. Rebound by the Wizards. Now Kispert.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Leonard looking over the floor. Gafford against Smith. Pass to Leonard. Looking to get it going. They get the rebound. 2 points. That one goes. And the Pacers lead by 4.
A guy like Buddy out-hustles other players on the floor. He gets inside, and there he finishes strong.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pacers lead by 4. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Wizards trail by 4. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. They've got Paul George, also Miles Turner out there. Hield is out there with T.J. Warren, and it's Duarte in at the 1 spot. Now here's Gafford. Excellent D there from George.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Now the pass Duarte. Outside Warren. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Hachimura. Outside Wall. Throws it up high. Hachimura the pass to Beal. Just 4 to shoot. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Here's Warren. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Assist goes to.
And the Pacers lead by 4.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Washington calls timeout. Something T.J. Warren has to his credit, Greg, is one of the more storied honors a basketball player can earn. ACC Player of the Year award.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of Hall of Famers who won that prize. To set yourself apart like Warren did in one of the toughest conferences in college basketball, that just shows the depth of talent this man has always possessed.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Porzingis is checked in for Daniel Gafford. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Bryant. And it's Avdia in for Hachimura. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened to what the head coach of the Wizards was getting across in the huddle. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game.
Okay, David, thanks.
Physical finish by Wall, and if you're defending, you've got to get your money's worth.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Pacers.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Well, you've also got to love how hard they've attacked the basket. All that penetration, getting them lots of easy buckets.
One shot.
And that one misses.
When John Wall has been healthy, this guy has been a consistently solid force with his speed and ability to get downhill. Really incredible awareness.
Now here's Leonard. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
Here's Wall. shooting foul. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Boy, the explosiveness of John Wall just creates such havoc for defenders. So fast, and the ability to get vertical as well.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And so John Wall nails both of them. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Pass to George. From 15 feet away, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
Shooting 1.
Throw good, Paul George.
What we know about Paul George, guys, is he's been a dominant force on both ends of the floor. He's proven he can be a #1 scorer. He has also proven he can guard the opponent's best scorer.
Now here's Wall. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's George. In the corner, it's Stevenson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And it's sent back by Turner.
How about Turner's ability to anticipate when the shooter's going to release? Couldn't be better at timing his rejections.
Pass to Duarte. Six to shoot. And here's George for 3. The shot, no good. And the Wizards now going the other way. Passes it to Kuzma. Wizards passing it around. It's tipped. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Here's George. Takes it out to Stevenson. Turner trying to free himself up. And the 3 off target. Beal against Stevenson. And with that shot, the Indians cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Bradley Beal.
Now, there is a relentlessness to Bradley Beal, and he does a nice job on the interior to get a contested shot down.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're up by 6. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Leonard. Tight defense on him. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Leonard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pacers. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Wizards. And he banks in the layup. Beal's got 11 points here in just the second half.
He's got to embrace the moment and
18 points for George. George against Beal. George with the defensive effort. For Indiana, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Leonard against Wall. Leonard draws the double. And here's Stevenson for 3. Wall grabs the board.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Trying to get open is Kuzma. Wall's shot is off. And Indiana can just let the clock run down here. And here's Rubio. And so the Pacers take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you